Ayy, I'm who every nigga wife here. Big thigh nightmare. I'm the boogie bitch. Oh, I'm every nigga type, yeah. Jury so cold, that these broke bitches goosebumps. White ghosts rolling through the hood, look like blue clubs. Say my name like Candy Man, and bitch, you know I'm there. These hoes wish they saw me when they looking in the mirror. Red bottoms on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Yeah, he get scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. I put niggas on their knees, I put bitches on their feet. Only time I put is pushes when I'm pressing on my keys. 600 on my chain, yes K, yes cheese. Looking for a bitch to play with, then you better ask G's. I know booms, I know goblins, shoot and then robbing. Mask out here, nigga who want a problem? I'm a dog ass bitch, ace of spade when I piss. Green up just to fuck, bottom line is I'm rich. In the ass like a pumpkin, welcome to the dungeon. Where the niggas at, tryna turn this into something. No, a bitch like me is a very rare sight. And throw that ass back, hit a thumb, then it lightning. Yeah, he get scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Creeping on a lame ass nigga on my monster jam shit. Riding in a great nigga. He talking on my name and we gon' dig a grave with ya. Zombie ass bitch nigga gave me brain for dinner. I want it, then I got it. My mansion looking haunted. Dog market fish and stockings. My bitches, goons and goblins. This ain't no trick or treat. But your nigga trick on me if it ain't more than 1,000. I won't put it on my feet. When I pop out, it gets scary like a cemetery. I'm fresh to death, I need a hearse when I go shopping, baby. Cause I'm God, yeah. Texas chicks all in the wish. I don't make when I hide, yeah. I be the hottest topic. Yeah, he get scared for you hoes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes. Red bottom on my feet, Bloody Mary on my toes. Every time I pop out, he get scared for you hoes.
It's gonna keep on getting scared for you hoes. Keep on. It's a lot of keeping on. Cause Freddy's back. Welcome, pile on into the sanctuary, girl. You guys already hearing for the ushers, girl. We got to get these likes up, honey. It's what, 221 of y'all already in here. We only 4 minutes in. Let me check these likes, hunty. Hold on. Ah, 81 likes, girl. I got more records to spin, girl, while y'all get these likes up. Oh, God. Y'all already know what to do. While y'all getting these likes up, girl, we're going to need at least 150, 200 likes. It's almost 300 of y'all in the building, girl. So let's go ahead and gag the Barbs, girl, because the Barbs swear because a bitch will critically critique the queen, girl, that she also can't be a fan of the music. And I just keep telling these hoes, I don't give a damn how much I critique your fave, honey. If I say that I like the music but don't like the person, then that's what the hell I mean. And I'm not going to stop bumping the music just because I get to call a motherfucker out on their weaknesses to the left when they're getting all the way right to the right of it, girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and gag the Barbs, honey. Okay, I know I just dragged y'all queen last night, but hey, shout out to the queen and her #1 hit.
She's alright.
This is the extended version. I can lick it, I can ride it while you slipping and sliding. I can do all them little tricks and keep the dick up inside it. You can snack it, you can grip it, you can go down and kiss it. And every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna One thing about me, I'm the baddest alive. He know the prettiest bitch didn't come until I arrive. I got love bitches get to me, I fuck they man if they try. I got a princess face, a killer body, samurai mind. They can't be naked, they sound stupid, I just laugh when they try. A thong bikini up my ass, I think I'll go for a dive. His ex-bitch went up against me, but she didn't survive. On applications, I write pressure, cause that's what I apply. Pressure apply, can't fuck a regular guy. Wetter than umbrellas and stickier than apple pie. I can lick it, I can ride it while you slipping and sliding. I can do all them little tricks and keep the dick up inside it. You can snack it, you can car, fuck the total. Pull up for a check, pussy mobile. Freak, bitch, legs up. Catch some niggas, I fuck me when I pass through. See this pussy, you a body nigga can't be broken, be mine. Neck froze, yeah, close. I'm a bad bitch, get him for a spin. I'ma beat the pussy, just drum. Big racks, all I'm trying to get from him. Yo, Nick, you the winner, and I'm the princess of this shit and a motherfucking gang member. Gang, got the hammer in the wrench. But I'ma take the whole thing if I'm taking a dick. And I got 99 problems sick for making it fit. I see some bitches many memes and it's making me sick. I'm just the realest bitch you see when they get taking a pic. Barbie, I like all my diamonds dancing. They wanna know if we fucking meshing. That's Nicky. If I'm in the room, this shit gets sticky. I'm so bad I could touch myself again. Fuck myself like a fan my time. They wanna fuck all my friends. I'm too rich for an OnlyFans. Freak, some gala freak, gala freak, gala freak. I can lick it, I can ride it while you slipping and sliding. I can do all them little tricks and keep the dick up inside it. You can snag it, you can grip it, you can go down and kiss it. And every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna I'm a movie, I should be on replay. I'm tryna S-U-C-K. He got pictures of my titties in his briefcase. I like T-I-C-K. I like bad bitches too. She could be bad. Ass back to the max like T-J. B-J. By the sitting on the freak. I don't play with Nicky cause it could get tricky. And that's work the tricky, bitch. It could get sticky. And that's work the way Michael Carter. I'ma finish these dumb bitches. Michael Myers. Don't nobody wanna hear that weak shit hoe. In the game 15 ain't peak yet hoe. Till I Dookie get a chair. She was cocky. I could swear to my old tank. So more than your album. Drop a T in that James, bitch. Drop a T in that James, bitch. I'm a very freaky girl, so don't bring me to mama's. Pull up with that dicky sticking out of my product. And I ain't going if you broke, so go get you some dollars. I got my own, you know the saying. More money, more problems. I'm like a freaky pussy squeaky. Give me that tongue, make it leaky. I make it wet, nickname Fiji. Love like Corbin, turn it to Mimi. They on me, feed me. All on his man, I told him to leave me. You don't love me, you let it on free. Ain't putting my heart, better play with your wee-wee. Tell me, leave that bitch alone, she ain't fucking you right. You can beat it, but you gotta wear a glove like Mike. You know the dick real good, he be doing it right. I'm talking doing it. Why he bitch blowing up my phone every other night? But I can't argue with no bum bitch. I'm cool, J, take it LL, and I'm too proud to ever kiss and tell. Them niggas finna 40 right at Chanel, then I send her back to you like farewell. Give me left strokes, back strokes, put that D all down my throat. No Barry Flex, I ain't never gonna choke. Badass bitch, I ain't never gonna broke. F-R-E-A-K, can't mention the freak without AK, that's bad bitch. Freak, some gala freak, gala freak, gala freak. What the fuck is this Chanel nigga custom down? Like what the fuck the same Burberry custom brown? He said, could you throw it back when you touch the ground? And he said, do that pussy purr. I said, yup, me out. Hold up, fuck boys, ain't no need for you to roll up. Ain't no need for you to double tap, niggas scroll up. These bitches on their toes like Manola. Be on the lookout when I come through. Bolo. Oh, wow, elegant bitch with a hoe glow. If it ain't big, then I won't blow. Money, more. It's a T, I just F the G. Make him say, just ask Master P. Fall so hard, I just took the knee. Give me Rocky ASAP, nigga, worth the race. How you gonna say no, Gary? Like, I'ma turn around and fight him. I'ma put this pussy on him, have him sleeping like Michael. What's up, daddy? He like mommy, I jack you with some biting. I'm like, oh, just keep me flying, tripping, styling, profiling. Cause these bitches be eaters, the bottom feeders. I've been had strokes, like I'm down with Adidas. Bitches on my body, cause it's follow the leader. Niggas on my body, cause I'm high like a heater. Race going up like a car with a meter. Bad little bitty, they be feeling a meter. Bad little bitty, they be feeling a beer. Whole lot of money like Nicky and Kia. Keep it 2 cents, bitch, this ain't a meter. I ain't talking Spanish when I say señorita. Told that bitch ghostwriter, yo, señorita. Oh, you ain't know how I speak Wikipedia. These bitches hungry, cause I'm just greedier. These bitches ugly, my bitch is prettier. Horseback riding, I be like giddy up. When I touch a city, paint it red like graffiti. I can lick it, I can ride it while you slipping and sliding. I can do all them little tricks and keep the dick up inside it. You can snag it, you can grip it, you can go down and kiss it. And every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna F-R-E-A-K.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. This is your favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. I am happy to have you here on this God-given Sunday, girl. It is so much bald-headed whole shit going on out in the world, girl, that the news just keeps on newsing, okay? As you guys are piling into the sanctuary, finding your seating, please be mindful of the ushers, aka the moderators. They are here to ensure that you have a safe and enjoyable, fulfilling stay. So they will encourage you to misspell your cuss words and to be mindful of emojis, because we want to keep all of those freaky ass sex bots down in the chat, okay? Also, if you're new here, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, because if I like it, you're going to absolutely love it here. And shout out to all 1,296 new subbies, girl. Welcome to the platform. It is a platform that keeps on platforming, ciao. Okay. Also, I'm gonna need you to hit that old nasty piece of notification bell, girl, and make sure that it is set to all, because you never know what day or hour the king is going to be coming through and slapping content on your motherfucking top. Okay. And if you don't mind just taking it one step further, just go ahead and share this stream out. I already told you guys that CTV has retired from monogamy. These niggas ain't shit, therefore CTV has evolved to polygamy and polyamory, baby. I'm just going to enjoy man-eating the world, okay? So you can't hog me, girl, okay? Y'all know we in a polygamous and polyamory relationship, okay? You got to share the king. You can't be stingy with the cootie cat like that. So you got to share, so we can continue to grow our polyamory family over here, okay? With no further ado, girl, let's go ahead and simply push the fuck on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Lithia Springs, Georgia in the building. It's too many of y'all already here, so I don't have time to go through the roster and shout you all out. But welcome everybody to the stream. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and shout out my contributors, girl, because you all already had throwing coin on the king, girl. Band's making a king dance in this bitch, okay, before we even get off into the thick of it, okay? So I want to shout out my baby mother, FB. Thank you so much, love, for sowing the seed. A faithful sower. That's why FB stay blessed, girl, because she keeps blessing the king, okay? Also, to my beautiful usher, T. Trisha, you all make sure that you also subscribe to T. Trisha. She has a YouTube channel, and this woman sings with the glory of God, baby. If you ain't never seen Jesus, well, you're going to meet him through the vibrations of Auntie Trisha's voice, girl. So make sure that you all subscribe over there. So thank you for that nasty piece of coin, Auntie Trisha. God bless you, honey. Okay, baby, the Conscious Crew got money, girl. Okay, I don't know about these other platforms, girl, but the Conscious Crew members, girl, these are some coined up men and women. Oh, girl, I ain't mad at it, honey. So this is going to be an interesting commentary. I'm just going to issue out a few disclaimers before we get started. I'm going to try not to be a shady, ratchet bitch in this commentary and take this commentary pretty seriously, because the matter is serious, particularly for Monroe. Okay, I'm gonna have to give you guys a bit of an origin story, and then we're gonna have to step into a time machine and go back to the hands of time, and then we're gonna have to speed all the way back up again. Okay, so I need you to listen. One of the first disclaimers that I want to establish is that I'm only doing this commentary because I was asked to. Okay. I was asked to do this commentary. I was asked to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And, you know, I weighed the ins and the outs and decided that there was definitely a way that I can do that while also still protecting people who need to be protected, but not for the reasons that you might think they need to be protected. And I'll get more into that as we deepen this discussion, because this is one hell of a convoluted saga that has been playing out since the top of January. It has been a lot that has happened. There has been a lot that has been said. There has been a lot that's been done. There was a lot that happened both publicly. There was even more that happened privately. If I had to say, in terms of the viewing audience, you guys probably saw maybe about 50% of what actually was going on. The other 50 is a whole lot of shit that happened behind the scenes, honey. So I'm simply doing this commentary because I was asked to. I'm not doing this commentary to convince anybody. I'm not doing this commentary for any other reason other than just at the request of just speaking a more nuanced truth about what took place and about these particular claims. So I'm going to do just that. What that means is that I don't really give a damn what bald-headed, nappy-thirsty, hoe-ass nigga gets out here and runs their mouth with narratives, girl. We know that this is the type of content that allows the girls to eat, girl. So bitches feast, bitch, eat. Get your coins up, girl. Okay, run the algorithm up, girl. Get your thumbs up, girl. Get your check, honey. Okay, I don't really give a damn about what nobody outside of the conscious crew really fucking thinks about any motherfucking thing. Okay, so girl, eat, feast, bitch. This is the Last Supper, girl. There's turkey, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, baked chicken, baked spaghetti, girl. Get your buffet on, honey. Okay, do what you need to do because the struggle of these channels are real, girl. Okay, it's the ghetto for me, girl. So do what you got to do to get up out of the ghetto, girl. Okay, do what you got to do to get your channel straight up out of the projects, baby. Okay, because see, I recognize that we're all minority folk and we have to do what we have to do sometime, girl. Even if that means eating each other alive, bitch. So, feast, bitch, feast. Okay, so with that being said, girl, this is not about convincibility, girl. This is simply a archive documented unpacking from CTV's perspective, who was vacuumed into all of this drama like a fucking black hole, okay? I had no idea that when I met Tasha K, Chelsea Alana, and Von Ray, that it was going to be equivalent to my goddamn Star Trek ship being sucked and vacuumed into a goddamn black hole, girl. I thought I was out there in the Odyssey just observing the stars and shit, girl. I had no idea that I was in the proximity of a massive gravitational pull from this fucking hole in the cosmos, girl, that went on eternally, honey. Okay, but now I know. So I want to establish that. Also, some parts of this commentary are going to be speculative, and then some parts of this conversation obviously there won't be a need for me to say allegedly because I'm talking about things that I witnessed and things that I was told directly and personally. Okay. I also want to say that I'm not worried about a cease and desist because I will take a big ass shit on top of it because as it relates to the courts, I can actually prove verbatim and empirically what was told to me. I don't know about anybody else in the situation, girl. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm not worried. Matter of fact, I would love it, baby, if I could humble another bitch in court. It would be real cute if I had the opportunity to humble another bitch in court, okay? So there won't be no need for allegedly when I'm talking about what I experienced directly. Because when push come to shove, bitch, I'm going to be able to shove a motherfucker straight out of the 10-story building. Okay? With the facts. The provable facts, okay? Okay. See, unlike the rest of the girls, when they get out here and fight, I don't play my hand all at once. I'm very strategic. I'm a strategist. I'm a Scorpio. Okay? And I don't allow heathens, okay, to actually believe that I'm predictable. They don't know when I'm coming. They don't know how I'm coming. They don't know what I'm working with. They don't know a motherfucking thing, baby. Keep them hoes in suspense, okay? Because CTV ain't worried. Not even a little bit, boo. Okay, so them cease and desists are for punks. Now, is that all that I want to say before we get started? Is that it, girl? I will be responding to any of you guys' questions. Black Jesus, find me, girl, because I'm already in petty mode. Okay, Black Jesus, help me be serious, Father God. Okay, Von Ray's reputation was on the line, child. Bring me into serious mode. All right, okay. We might need to do a moment of silence, girl, because the devil trying to use me, girl. Trying to want to have a professional conversation with you all, because this is a very serious matter, girl. Oh, God, Father Jesus. All right. I think I got it. I think we're going to be okay, you guys, okay? All right. Okay, so, I had a conversation with Von Ray recently. I'm going to explain to you the sequence of events, okay? So let me go ahead and pull up an old nasty piece of visual for you guys, okay? Because you guys know I'm an old nasty piece of visual Scorpio. Thumbs up this video, girl, if you were in the building, okay? Now, these are all the folk in question, honey. These are all the folk on the roster tonight, okay? And I want to tell you guys, while we are here officially, now that I have issued out all of my disclaimers, okay? Thumbs up the building. Okay, thumbs up the building, girl. Thumbs up as you're in the building. That's what I meant to say. It's 200 likes on this video, but it's almost 800 of y'all. Y'all got to do better. Okay, you got to do better. But we're not going to get into that right now, but do better, okay? Hit the thumbs up, okay? Now, the reason why we're here is because before my vacation 2 weeks ago, 7-month-old Drama got drugged up due to a Patreon live that Storm Monroe did, where he addressed questions from his patrons about his ex co-worker Chelsea Alana and his previous mentor Tasha K. As a result of that Patreon live that was deleted immediately by Storm, Tasha K and Chelsea decided to respond to Storm's statements during his live, which they deemed as disrespectful and low down. As a result of Tasha responding back to Storm by dragging his mom and spilling the beans on how she purchased beds for both Storm and his mother, whom she said he had sleeping on the floor while his dog enjoyed the extra mattress space beside him. She went on and on with dragging him, his alleged sexuality, and his mother. As a result of that, Storm decided to double back around and really get into the details of his frustration towards Tasha. Okay, ever since their January blow up on my channel that led him to cutting off all Kibi Studios staff and its affiliates, which was a specific allegation that Storm alleges Tasha and her husband allegedly, even at some point, brought to him regarding Von Ray, which was that Von had allegedly attempted to sexually assault Chelsea one night in their apartment. And according to Storm, Tasha's husband told him that they were going to use this as a launching pad to get Von Ray removed from Chelsea and his proximity to Tasha K's brand. Social media lit up with speculations and attitudes, both favoring and unfavoring Storm's new confession. Some were immediately outraged at Tasha and Chelsea for their allegations, and others questioned the sincerity of Storm's claims. As a result, I chose to simply affirm to the public that Storm's claims were not insincere because I was aware of the same allegations. I never disclosed who or how these claims were disclosed to me, but after both Chelsea and Tasha ran around for a week online claiming that the allegations were made up and neither of them said anything of such, that was an indirect indictment of my character. And since I am not known for lying nor spreading fake news, I will not be known for it now at the hands of Tasha K nor Chelsea, out of all people. So tonight, I'm going to clear the air and lay the dogs to sleep. This commentary is simply a documented archive breakdown from my perspective. You all can think what you may and derive from it what you will, because this is the last and final time that I will address this. So listen up and listen motherfucking well. Okay? Now, as a result of Storm's Patreon live, there was a backwards and a forwards and a backwards and a forwards, okay? In that backwards and forwards, Chelsea had reached out to me. And you guys, those of you who was watching all this shit play out 3-4 weeks ago, saw everything as it happened. Chelsea had reached out to me, and let me just get really wholeheartedly into it before I even get into that. I had already started distancing myself from Chelsea for a while, probably for months. Chelsea had been trying to get in contact with me for months, reaching out to me, calling me, texting me. And I just wasn't responding. I really wasn't interested for some reason. I didn't really know why. Typically, when this happens in my life, where my desire for connection or interaction kind of dies down, is usually because that's God's way of telling me that a motherfucker is about to be on a bald-headed hoe shit, and he's already trying to slide me to the left. He's already trying to slide me to the left. And earlier on in my life, I used to ignore that and used to still allow myself to be entertained by people that I felt in my spirit I shouldn't be entertaining. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to be more obedient to that desire and just take it at face value without questioning it. So I will get ghost real quick. And so this happened with Chelsea. Okay, so before me and her interaction on her platform between me, her, and Tasha K, I had already not been fucking with Chelsea for months on end. Okay, she had been texting me, hitting me up. I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't answer her calls. Just wasn't interested. I just took it as I don't know what's in the ethers, Belle. I don't know what's in the ethers, but whatever it is, girl, I just want to slid over to the left. Okay, and let God take care of it. So I was disobedient when I chose to oblige Chelsea when she asked me to come onto her platform because she wanted me to say something that I had said 100 times already in her defense, which was that she didn't have anything directly to do with Storm and Tasha's falling out, because at the time that Storm and Tasha fell out, a lot of people felt like Chelsea was the problem. And as somebody who had been afforded to be in all of their business and had been brought into all of their business and had seen three-way interactions and had seen, personal behind the scenes interactions and conversations and all of that, I had already been saying that I never observed Chelsea having anything directly to do with Storm and Tasha's plight. If anything, I recall Chelsea constantly just reminding Tasha that, her situation with Storm is separate from Tasha's situation with Storm, and that if Tasha wanted to work things out with Storm, she would not interrupt that. She would not step in between that. She wouldn't, she would never tell Tasha to not repair her relationship to Storm if that's something that Tasha wanted to do. Okay. So that's what I had said. And because of this Patreon live that Storm had did and all this backwards and forward shit, she wanted me to come onto her platform and say this again. Okay. Now, I told Chelsea that same day that I was working, okay, that I had some more live streams to do, and that if I had time to come over there, then I would. So I'm on my platform and I'm interviewing a Black revolutionary individual, and all of Chelsea and Tasha's supporters are flooding my live stream. And I showed this all to y'all when I went live about this whole thing when everything had blew up a few weeks ago, where her supporters are flooding my stream, telling me that Chelsea is asking for me, that Tasha's asking for me. And I'm telling them, clearly you see that I'm live. And I already told Chelsea that I would be bothered with her and Tasha K's bullshit when I'm done. I'm not about to end my live to go cater to some stale-ass drama that I don't have anything to do with to begin with, and that's been over since the top of the motherfucking year. So what the fuck are y'all catcalling for me to begin with? And then you're asking me to do something that I done said 501 fucking times. It's not that if I say it again, anybody's going to believe it who already doesn't believe it, because those who want to hate Chelsea already do, and they're going to. And those who hate Tasha are going to and already do. And those who hate Storm are going to and already do. And those who hate me are going to and already do. So really, it's a moot point. It's like, those who fuck with all of us, fuck with all of us. Okay? Like, and those who don't. And those who don't wouldn't give a damn if the truth and the facts came down in writing from the Lord. Okay? They're just not willing to be swayed, because they already feel that they know what they know, and it is what it is, and it is what the fuck it is. Ain't none of our sons gonna rise or set any differently because a bitch out here having a contrary narrative. So who really gives a fuck? Who really gives a fuck? You know, like, we're grown. How much are we gonna be invested in other people's opinions of us, especially when we know that they're outsiders to begin with? It's really fucking irrelevant. But nonetheless, girl, you know, I'm just like, girl, so I'm telling them, I'm working. You see that I'm working. I'll be bothered when I'm done. So I finally end my live 2 hours later. Tasha and Chelsea already been waiting on me. They bring me over, girl. And we didn't even get into the vindication part because I was already immediately turned off because they were trying to gag Storm and they were talking about his sexuality and all of this shit and calling him Stormisha. And I'm just like, and then Tasha's like, no, we're not going to call him Storm. We're going to call him Stormisha. I'm like, no, you're going to call him Stormisha. Why even call me over here when you know that I'm a neutral party? You know that I fuck with him and he knows that I fuck with y'all, kinda. So why would you call me into a petty ass atmosphere and then think that I'm honestly going to participate in fodder regarding Storm? Because I would never sit in Storm's space and entertain him being shady toward them, and I'm not going to sit in their space and entertain them being shady toward Storm. So I decided to gag the fuck out of Tasha K ass and to just distract the whole movement by bringing up Olga ass. Okay, well, I didn't even bring up Olga, so let me clear that up too, because a lot of you senior, non-senior ass niggas has said that I brought up Olga first, but upon a fraternity test, girl, we determined that that was a lie, because in fact, Tasha K had brought up Olga first because Tasha was talking about Jaguar Wright and had brought Olga into the equation. And that's why people in the comment section started dragging Olga, talking about she got all this heat for Storm, but she ain't got no heat for Olga, who rendered her ass a $3.4 billion judgment against Cardi B. Okay, so how you mad at Storm, but you ain't mad at this $3.4 million tab that got you shucking and jiving and moving to the goddamn ghettos of fucking Florida and shit, having to put fucking businesses and shit allegedly in your great mother-in-law's name and all type of fuckery, girl. Shout out to the Wiley Show. Okay? So I thought it was a valid statement, girl. So I had just spoke for the people, baby. The people were sounding off in the live stream, girl. So I decided to speak for the people and say, girl, you got all this heat. What's the tea, honey? And Miss Tasha K was in here for that, girl. And then she thought that she was going to throw my mentor under the bus, but then he gagged the fuck out of her by letting her know that her ass was wrong and that even her lawyer conspired to lie towards her about Larry Reed's business because Tasha K got a big ass mouth. So Tasha K got gagged 10 times over that whole night, being the arrogant, narcissistic motherfucker that she is, okay? And that's what happens, okay, when you're full of yourself. And then the universe has to humble you. Okay? Now, as a result of all of that, there was all of this speculation about Storm's allegations. People were asking me, did Von Ray know about the rape allegations? People were, Wiley even wanted me to say who did it at that time. I didn't feel the need to say anything more other than what Storm said is true about the fact that these allegations were in fact made. I didn't feel the need to say who told me in what context and whatever, because I just didn't feel the need to do that. But as a result of everything that went down that night, Tasha K and Chelsea both went into damage control. And Tasha K did a live stream on her app where she denied ever alleging that Von Ray was R-A-P-I-S-T. And then Chelsea had really insignificant YouTube uploaders speaking on her behalf, saying that this never happened and Chelsea is denying the allegations. Now, if they both would have shut the fuck up and just like let it be what it needed to be, Because the fact is, what Storm said was true, and what I said was true, then it would have been water under the bridge. But you're not going to deny something that I said that you did, because when you deny it, you're saying that I'm lying. And there's no reason for me to lie, especially when I was a neutral party to begin with. I didn't have an agenda as it relates to anybody in the situation. Okay? Now, a lot of people think that this allegation is new. But it goes to show how stupid the court of public opinion is, because these allegations are not new. These allegations actually got brought up in January, and we're going to run that beautiful being footage back, okay, to that infamous blow up between Storm and Tasha, where he confronted Tasha directly about those allegations. And you're going to see Tasha herself never deny the allegations. If anything, she confirms the allegations in a very subtle way. Okay, so we're going to start there in January. Because this is what happens when motherfuckers put their foot in their fucking mouth and they don't keep track of the narratives and the truths they've already told. They can't keep track of the shit that already came out of their mouth several months ago, 6 months ago. They can't keep track of the shit they already done divulged to the public. And then when they have a different agenda, they try to change and switch the script and the narrative. So let's go ahead and run this altercation back. You guys are going to see Storm bring this up in January. These are not new allegations. Vaughn has been aware of these allegations. And so when Storm has said it again a few weeks ago and the public went up in flames about whether these claims were just a product of Storm's imagination and him just trying to be petty and vindictive and malicious toward Tasha, they must have forgot about the fact that these allegations have been standing since January. And like I said, when I spoke on Storm's behalf, the reason why it was necessary for Storm to even speak about the allegations again is because it was the fundamental action that broke the entire TV studio family up. It's the allegation that drew him completely away from Tasha, Chelsea, Monroe, made him cut every fucking body off, etc. Okay, because it was extreme. It was bizarre. And it was just wild. So let's go ahead and run that. Let me share my screen here. Hold on. And thumbs up this video, girl. Okay? And I don't want to keep y'all too long, girl. So I'm going to try to give y'all a condensed version of everything and get straight to the motherfucking point. Shout out to the 1K in the fucking chat, okay? So as you guys can see, right? This is from January the 18th, okay? 2022. The title, this is back in January. The title of this video is Tasha K and Storm Monroe Face Off, okay? At the 1 minute mark, Tasha K hits the link. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit of backstory about this, because Tasha K has a habit of being a revisionist historian. She's not a great listener. She spins narratives, and this is why her receipts are always receipt-less, okay? Because, well, no, I'm going to say that. I'm going to let y'all listen to this first, and then I'm going to fill it in, okay? And if the audio sounds great, give me a 1 in the chat, please. Okay, so I'm gonna have to unmute, okay? So let me run a little bit of this back real quick. And it shouldn't give an echo. If it sounds good, continue to give me a 1 in the chat, you guys.
And I just said, if you're not Tasha K, oh, is it Tasha? Wait a minute, hold on. She knew this man said I did coke. She knew I was in Arizona, but she wouldn't tell me.
Storm, my dad does.
You gonna hold on to that until she's ready for that? Then you describe a story. Wait, you describe a story between Chelsea and Vaughn. This is when I really knew I was doing.
Okay, so right here, Storm is about to confront her about the allegations that some people believe are new. These aren't new allegations. This is the shit that led to the fuckery of it all that was going on in January. He about to go head on with her ass about it.
Of him walking around with his dick out aggressively, getting on top of her and her saying, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more." You know I can't be connected to nothing like that. Come on.
Wait,
now listen carefully to the way Tasha about to respond to him confronting her about her telling him that Vaughn allegedly was walking around with a hard dick and was trying to penetrate Chelsea, and Chelsea had to fight Von Ray off allegedly. Let me rewind this back, baby, because I know no matter how many times we rewind this back, some motherfuckers are just dumb and they're gonna get it wrong any damn way. But we're gonna rewind it back just for the sake of rewinding it back any damn way.
She knew this man said I did coke. She knew I was in Arizona, but she wouldn't tell me.
Storm, my dad does.
You gonna hold on to that until she's ready for that? Then you describe a story. Wait, you describe a story between Chelsea and Vaughn. This is when I really knew I was done. Of him walking around with his dick out aggressively, getting on top of her and her saying, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more." You know I can't be connected to nothing like that. Come on.
Wait, what did you say again about Vaughn and his dick out?
That he got on top of her.
What about
with his dick out, and Chelsea said, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more."
What does that got to do with me withholding information from you?
Now look at Tasha's response. Tasha ain't say, "Bitch, you lying. You crazy as fuck. You delusional. I ain't never said no shit like this to you. Where the fuck you came up with this? What the fuck are you talking about?" She didn't say none of that. She says, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? So a lot of these Amazon wig wearing assholes who call themselves content creators, who are really YouTube uploaders, who was running narratives for Chelsea and Tasha about them never saying this, clearly must also be revisionist historians who have not kept up with the continuity of the drama, okay? And this is why you should never really stress yourself out over proving shit to court of public opinion, because there's a large sector of the public, of the court of public opinion, that's just willfully ignorant. Just willfully, girl. And you just gotta let little meek, let little tink be little tink, boo. Just let that propeller, girl. Okay, but let's continue to listen, girl, because she never denies this conversation with Storm. She attempts to kind of play the sunken place game with him, but she never come out and say, "I never told you this." Continue to listen.
About Vaughn's dick. We're talking about me and you. What does that got to do? Why is that even
on there? Come on, man.
What you walking around for? We supposed to be talking.
We are talking.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand what you're saying. So you went from, why did I withhold Vaughn saying you doing coke, to Vaughn laying on Chelsea with his dick out. I'm trying to understand how
you told me this. You told me this all in that conversation, and you said I would hate for your subscribers who are women to think that you co-sign that kind of behavior.
I said that, Storm.
You said that. I swear to God.
You swear to God. Storm, you swear to God.
I swear to God.
So what?
Now, mind you, she refuses to deny that she told Storm this. She refuses to deny it all out. She's trying to play her little narcissistic bullshit psychological games, okay? She testing Storm's mental right now, okay? But she refuses to actually go on record before and testify before the Lord that she never said this, because she was afraid that that 27 piece was going to get struck by lightning, baby. Okay? She couldn't deny explicit truth, especially, I'm going to tell you really why she couldn't deny it. She couldn't deny it because on this very same day, it's the same day that Tasha K, that I called Tasha K about a private conversation between her and Storm, that led to her telling me the same thing. That's why she couldn't deny Storm in public, because I was sitting my ass right there. And right before she had hit this link, an hour ago, her and I had just had a private phone conversation where she told me the same shit. So she couldn't risk calling Storm an all-out liar, because she didn't know if I was going to tell her to hold the fuck up, Tasha. You know damn well you said this to Storm because you just told me the same story an hour ago on the phone. Now, I don't know what type of game she might have tried to play with him had they both been in a private space, or if there had been another nigga up here in my place. But the reason why she could not all out tell him she in fact did not say that is because she had just said it to me on the phone an hour ago. Let's continue to listen.
Why is that story on the internet and Chelsea is not here?
Oh, now she actually confirms it. Now she confirms it. Because now her brain is trying to strategically cartwheel out of this situation, but she can't use "I never said it." So now she's trying to make him guilty for putting the allegations out, because what she's really saying is that Chelsea should have been the one to put that out. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pause it right here real quick. This is the reason why I never perpetuated the allegations. For one, I didn't know if they were true or not. But if they were true, if this experience was genuine, if this event was genuine, I did not want to take that away from Chelsea, because it would have been Chelsea's truth to tell. Now, I agree with Tasha, but Tasha right now is using that to manipulate Storm, rather than that just being a standalone, sincere sentiment. She's using it to guilt trip Storm into shutting the fuck up by whistleblowing to him and saying, you out of order by taking this victim story into your own hands and uttering it back to the public, because that should be Chelsea's choice, not yours. True sentiment, but she is using it in a manipulative manner in this instance. But this is why I did not perpetuate the allegations either. It's because I felt like if this is true, none of us live with Monroe and Chelsea. So it's only her word against his word. So if it was true, I didn't want to be responsible for disempowering Chelsea and getting in front of something that was her right to get in front of if she ever felt the need to do so. And the volume is turned, the volume is turned all the way up, you guys. So just make sure that you have your earbuds in. I'm going to rewind this back a little bit so that we could continue to follow.
No. What I told Conscious was we were supposed to talk about this situation in private, not.
But right. How so if I'm blocked and you told the internet that you blocked me?
He was going to facilitate. Okay.
I didn't say anything. And so as a friend, that story on the internet and Chelsea is not here.
No. What I told Conscious was we were supposed to talk about this situation in private, not.
But right. How so if I'm blocked and you told the internet that you blocked me?
He was going to facilitate it.
Who was going to facilitate it?
Conscious. We just had this conversation today.
Why would Conscious facilitate a conversation? We've been talking 3 years. You just met Conscious last month. Why would he facilitate a conversation that you started on the internet?
The same reason why you would get your ass on the phone with me and tell me about somebody else who I've only known for a second week allegedly having a attempted rape assault again happened to them at the hands by another nigga that I had only known for a month. That's why.
And you told
because I want a third person there. I want a third person there to translate.
And it was good that he had a third person there because, as we see, she had to actually admit to some things to be true because there was a third party there. But listen to how interesting and manipulative this gets.
We got a third person now, so okay, go ahead.
So nothing is lost in translation. When you called me and you said what you said about what Vaughn said, I'm like, wait a minute. She knew this man said I did coke. She knew I was in Arizona, but she wouldn't tell me.
Storm, my dad does.
You gonna hold on to that until she's ready for that? Then you describe a story. Wait, you describe a story between Chelsea and Vaughn. This is when I really knew I was done. Of him walking around with his dick out aggressively, getting on top of her and her saying, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more." You know I can't be connected to nothing like that. Come on.
Wait, what did you say again about Vaughn and his dick out?
That he got on top of her.
What about
with his dick out, and Chelsea said, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more."
What does that got to do with me withholding information from you?
Now, what type of response is that, though? Like, for all of my critical thinkers, if somebody just made a statement that, because Tasha just said, what, a week or two ago on her live stream, that she never said this, Storm is a liar, that Von Ray is not a R-A-P-I-S-T. So, where was all that smoke and all that energy 2 weeks ago when Storm alleged that you said these things directly to your face? And in return, you don't call him a liar. In return, you don't call him delusional. In return, you don't take any of the actions that somebody who actually is witnessing somebody directly lie on them and to their face would take. If anything, you double down on the fact that it's true, but you deflect by saying, what does that have to do? So right then and there, Tasha incriminates herself. Point blank fucking period. Because nobody who's directly being lied on in their face is going to say that in the aftermath. Well, what does that have to do? No, bitch. First of all, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I know you ain't just said what you claim I said to you. So now you're going to lie in front of all these people? Now you're going to sit in front of the 3,000-4,000 people and just lie, Storm? No, that wasn't her response. Her response was, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China, Storm? That was her response. You want to hear her response one more time? Hear it for yourself.
Of him walking around with his dick out aggressively, getting on top of her and her saying, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more." You know I can't be connected to nothing like that. Come on.
Wait, what did you say again about Vaughn and his dick out?
That he got on top of her.
What about
with his dick out, and Chelsea said, "No, Vaughn, we are not together no more."
What does that got to do with me withholding information from you about Vaughn's dick?
Wow.
We're talking about me and you. What does that got to do? Why is that even on there?
Come on, man.
Wow.
What you walking around for? We supposed to be talking.
We are talking.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
She worried about this man pacing back and forth across his luxury kitchen rather than addressing the fact that allegedly he just lied on you. And you don't have nothing to say to this lie. All you have to say is what that got to do with whatever, and you trying to deflect and focus on his posture and him walking. Girl, but I thought what he just said was a lie. We now 7 months later, and all of a sudden Storm lied on her. But when Storm confronted her ass directly to her fucking face, confronted her and her pixie cut, confronted her and her 27-piece girl, she had nothing to say other than, well, what that got to do, Storm, with anything? Really? Okay.
From why did I withhold Vaughn saying you doing coke to Vaughn laying on Chelsea with his dick out? I'm trying to understand.
You told me this. You told me this all in that conversation, and you said I would hate for your subscribers who are women to think that you co-sign that kind of behavior.
I said that, Storm.
You said that. I swear to God.
Tell him that he didn't.
You swear to God.
Tell him that he didn't. Tell him that you didn't, Tasha.
Why?
You won't. Because just an hour ago, prior to this live stream, you had told me that story because you started to feel guilty about the reaction that the public had to you going on your backup channel and putting Storm on blast and sunning him like he was your fucking child that you had birthed, and he ain't got nothing but one motherfucking mama, and none of us believe that that is you. And then when you start to get your ass chewed up on social media, behind the scenes, you was feeling away, and then you got your ass on the phone with me, you was trying to justify why you had took to your backup channel and confronted him and denounced his connection to Von Ray, and you used the allegation against Von Ray as a way to justify why you sunned Storm. That's why you told me. I don't even think it was your intention to tell me, but you were so in damage control and trying to soothe your guilty conscience for trying to emasculate this man because he was doing what the fuck he wanted to do. Oh, Storm out here fucking, and he doing this, and he doing that, and da-da-da, and he connected to Von Ray, and Von Ray tried to RAPE Chelsea one night. What? Yeah, CTV. He tried to da-da-da-da. And what Tasha told me, and I ain't got to use allegedly, baby. This what came out of her motherfucking mouth towards me, to me directly, was that Tasha was asleep. Chelsea caught her in the middle of the night, told her that Von Ray was delirious, disoriented, out of his motherfucking mind, and had just tried to hold her down on the bed and penetrate her. Tasha K got up, shot up out of her bed, went into damage control, woke up her husband, and they immediately started strategizing on how to get Von Ray the fuck up out of the fucking apartment and how to get Von Ray up off a Storm because she wanted Von Ray distant from the brand, and she wanted his ass away from Chelsea, and she wanted his ass away from Storm. They had already, for weeks at that point, trying to get Von out of the fucking apartment. But because Von was restricted to an ankle monitor, and it was very difficult for him to get housing and placement, especially immediately and expeditiously, he wasn't able to just shuck and jive like a normal person in and out of a situation. So what they were going to do is use the allegation if needed. They was going to use that. That was going to be their last weapon of defense against Von, to get his ass out of the equation. Now, this is the thing. I don't believe that Tasha created the allegation, but I believe that Tasha believed it because Tasha is a victim of sexual violence herself. And when I did a review for her interview with Jessica Reed as it relates to those allegations against Charlemagne the God, I had told y'all that I had learned something new about Tasha in that interview. And it was the fact that Tasha is still to this day very triggered up when it comes to these types of claims by women unto men. So when Chelsea, someone that she loves and someone that she respects, well, I don't know if she respects her, but someone that she pays, someone she employs, someone that she cares about to some degree, calls her in the middle of the night and tells her about a fuck nigga. Not that I'm not saying Von is a fuck nigga, but I'm speaking in terms of their mental atmosphere about Von. Because you got to keep everything in mind when you think about why Tasha K might have believed this to genuinely be the case. Von Ray was somebody who she had already interviewed 7 months prior to his relationship to Chelsea. about LaToya Wright, where Von Ray was exposing his ex. Then he came into KB Studios and into the relationship with Chelsea, fresh out of jail and with an ankle monitor. So when Chelsea, who's giving him a chance, turns around and calls her in the middle of the night upset and tells her that Von Ray just tried to hold her down and ... I can definitely see that being the last straw for Tasha and her immediately just taking this claim at face value. Because why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she? It's not like Tasha could have balanced the Von Ray narrative with the fact that he's out here doing charity work and he's, you know, taking care of babies and visiting the hospital and taking care of the elderly. The damn man is coming into the relationship with all these litigations and all these issues and an ankle monitor on. So, as far as Tasha K is concerned, she's probably like, why would this not be true? This would just be one of more of the bullshit that comes with Von Ray. So then, that leads us to Chelsea. And the question comes down to whether people believe Chelsea or whether people believe that Chelsea weaponized these allegations against Von because she knew Tasha would be triggered up. She was frustrated as fucking hell with Von Ray, wanted to get his ass out of proximity from her, wanted to get his ass out of the apartment. They fighting and yelling every day, fussing and fighting all the time. And out of pure frustration, she decides to gaslight Tasha with this allegation and set in motion all of the events that have happened since. Now, when Tasha told this to me initially, I did not determine whether those allegations were true or not. I didn't know. It was just something that I was told directly by Tasha. And I didn't say anything about it publicly because I felt like it was a Chelsea's situation to talk about or not talk about if it in fact was true. So the reason why you seen her sit in front of Storm 7 months ago and be confronted about these allegations, and she can't explicitly tell him he's a liar, is because she had just told me the same shit. So she couldn't tell him in front of me that he was lying because she would have had to deal with me, and she didn't want that smoke.
That story on the internet and Chelsea's not here.
I don't know.
You know, that's kind of fucked up. Like,
why was Chelsea in any of this to begin with? Why was Chelsea always relaying a message to you? Why did Chelsea tell you that I'm separating myself from you because you're toxic? I never called you toxic. I called the both of them toxic to their face.
What if I told you that I had a recording of you saying that? I don't want to put it out there like that, but I'm just saying, like, you really come up. What if I told you that I had a recording of you telling Von that, and you and Von were arguing about the statement?
That I said you're toxic?
Yes.
I don't want to hear that because I don't remember saying that.
You don't remember, but you just remember me.
Send it to me though. If I said
and let me pause it here because there was another altercation that took place on my platform between Von Ray and Tasha. Now, in this audio, you guys hear Tasha make claims that she got recordings, right, of Storm speaking in a disparaging way about Tasha. And then she goes later on in her altercation with Von Ray on my channel and claimed that she has audios of Von Ray accusing Storm of doing coke. And then she tells the viewing audience that she's going to send all these audios to me. I put the audios in my Patreon, and ironically, there were no audios that incriminated Monroe about these claims of Storm being on coke, and there was no fucking audios of Storm speaking in a disparaging way about Tasha K. None of the receipts produced any of those results. None of them did. None of them did. What Tasha K does is she either gets told things by second parties, or the second personality that lives on inside of her ass conjures up all these narratives. She comes to believe them fully, and then she tries to manipulate people into a self-confession. And then she tries to apply the pressure by claiming that she got receipts and she got recordings and she got this, that, and the third, when she doesn't. But she only says that in order to intimidate the person into confessing what she believes is the truth. This is why she comes up receiptless all the time, because it's just a psychological tactic. It's just an intimidation tactic. But because she's so full of herself and she actually believes the narrative she have in her head, she actually rolls the dice. She's stupid enough to roll the dice about receipts she don't have just to get a confession from a person that for something she believes they're actually guilty of. And then when they're in fact not guilty of that, she can't fucking produce the fucking receipts. Stop playing on my motherfucking top. Let's continue to listen.
If I said it, if I said it, I'll apologize for it.
What? Storm, first of all,
yes.
No. Are you gonna let me talk? I'm saying, am I just here to just, you just say whatever you gotta say? I thought we were talking. It's like every time I try to talk, you cut me off.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Storm, I called you and I said some very personal things to you about this situation. Now, you don't know what I did to Chelsea, just like Chelsea don't know what I said to you.
Now, she, like a damn fool, she runs right back into the truth. She said she admits that she called Storm and she said some sensitive things to him. She admits this. She admits it. So to all the people calling Storm a liar and blah, 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 they must have forgot all this. They must have forgot Tasha K's own omission. They forgot all this. This shit is 7 months old. What's understood don't need no motherfucking understanding. For those who know, they know. For those who don't, sorry.
Okay. This is Chelsea's last time dating any client. And if she does, she knows that she's gone. But why do I need to tell you that? You're not signed to my company. You're not employed under my company. Okay? I don't need to tell you about our business affairs. That's not my obligation. Okay? What goes on in Kibi Studios stays in Kibi Studios. However, I saw some behavior online that I was getting written to about, okay, for months. I didn't say anything. And so
now look at all of the things that Tasha K is saying to Storm. Can you believe that the woman who just said 2 weeks ago on her app that Storm lied, that these allegations never came out of her mouth, is the same woman who stood in front of Storm 7 months ago and didn't have none of that energy. If anything, admitted to the shit as subtly as she could. And nobody clocked it. Because in a court of public opinion, motherfuckers don't keep up. Because motherfuckers be having wings but don't fly. In a court of public opinion, the court of public opinion does not maintain continuity. when it comes to the stories that they get involved in. And this shit been sitting all out in the public in the day of light for all to see. And nobody put two and two together. Make it make sense.
Friend.
This man allegedly, according to her, just lied on her, but she don't call him a liar. She's still talking all around the mulberry bush, whatever the fuck it's called. How do you let somebody say to you that you told them something that you later say you didn't say, and you don't confront them about why they lying on you?
As someone who helped,
a lie don't care who the fuck tell it.
Okay, with building your platform, I come to you gracefully and say, Storm, this behavior looks suspect. And it seemed like it started around the time that a certain person entered the picture. Now I'm saying to you, hypothetically, what if this happens? Now I'm really, kind of taken aback because all of this could have been discussed in a three-way call. Me and you share the same therapist. Hell, you could have told Ernest, and Ernest knows how to hold me accountable, but instead you want to bring it to the internet. And all I did in that video, just like you knew what I was going to do, was denounce Vaughn. I didn't say anything bad about you. All your subscribers told you I said nothing bad about you.
I was watching the video.
I'm sorry.
I was watching. No, you're not gonna lie. I was watching the video. Why'd you tell these people I live in Buckhead? Let me ask you that.
Don't you live in Buckhead? Didn't you make a video saying you moved to Buckhead?
I didn't. I ain't never told them that.
You didn't make a video saying you moved to Buckhead, Storm?
I ain't never told them that. I said I moved.
So you gonna put that? That is your word that you never said to your subscribers you live in Buckhead. It's not on your channel. So if I go to your channel right now, I can't pull it.
Pull it.
Okay. However, what does that got to do? I live in Lawrenceville. You lived in Lawrenceville. Is that like a definite location? Buckhead is so big. Buckhead has about 1.5 million people. How is that telling people where you live?
I just found it weird that you said that. Not a car gets stolen. It's just come.
Are you saying?
I'm not saying you did it.
No. Hold on. Storm, are you saying you live in a secure building with a security guard, concierge, okay? And somebody stole your car because I said you live in Buckhead?
I'm not saying that's because of
somebody stole a baby blue, very, very noticeable, damn near Hellcat. And you're saying that I had something to do with that? Are you listening to yourself? I'm starting to think that maybe what Vaughn had to say about you is really true, because this is not the Storm that I know. You when have you ever chased clout? When have you ever been this like? I'm just shocked and taken aback. And you know what? I'm not surprised, nor do I feel like a victim, because I know every situation that I get in is totally my situation, like my fault or whatever. But this here, see, I don't want to have to go there on this live stream, but you and I share the same therapist. You talk to Ernest once a week. If there was a problem, me and you.
First of all, why the fuck are you? Nobody even knew that Storm was seeing a therapist. And it's interesting how she inserted that. And she really inserted that because she wanted people to question his stability. She doesn't have the luxury now of calling him a liar because she's sitting in front of me, who she just told the same allegation to an hour prior to this live at the time. So now she's trying to find a way to discredit him because she doesn't have the luxury of all out calling him a liar because he's not lying. So now she's bringing up the therapist situation as a way to subtly imply that Storm is, that he got some problems. She's using the typical, he crazy tactic. That's what liars and pathological liars and master narcs do. And Tasha K is a master fucking narc. Okay?
Even Shaq is not bias in this situation. Sheck holds me accountable just like he holds everybody accountable. You can't pick up my phone and call my husband like you always call.
Now look at now the fact that this 27-piece wearing ass heifer she actually thinks the shit she's saying out of her mouth makes any fucking sense. Look at who the two people are who she thinks Storm should put in the middle of their issues, who she claims has the capacity to be non-biased, which happens to be her husband and her paid help. How the fuck does that make sense? And how the fuck can either one of those people be non-biased? Your fucking husband and your fucking paid therapist. That's exactly why Storm wanted me in place. Because as you said earlier on in the conversation, Tasha, Consciouztv at this point don't know me and he don't know you. That's exactly why Storm would have me be the neutral party. Because I don't have a fucking rooster in the race. I don't know you and I don't know him. Ironically, you want two motherfuckers who invested in kissing your ass to play the middleman between you and Storm, which is your husband and motherfucking Ernest, the fucking therapist. And only God knows what type of goddamn sunken place universe Ernest is helping your ass to exist in, because it ain't no way in hell you is sitting down with him and telling him the truth about your damn existence. You got this therapist trying to help you with lies and delusions of grandeur. If Ernest is your fucking therapist, you just put his motherfucking ass out of business, bitch. You just told us how incompetent and crazy his ass must motherfucking be. So I hope you ready to retain him for the rest of your motherfucking life, because as of right now, baby, Ernest ain't gonna have not near other motherfucker on his couch but you. Moving along.
And say, hey, I'm not feeling how this went down, but you gotta, you knew I was gonna make this video to denounce Vaughn. That video had nothing to do with you, and all I did was big you up, and you took it as if I was.
No, you little boy me in that video. And
are you not young?
And I'm not a little boy though.
Sometimes the behavior you were displaying online was very little boyish.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
That's something a high school boy does. Right. Talks about all the girls he smashes, where they smash, going to sex clubs. That's very high schoolish. That's the behavior that says
the motherfucker who's in court for doubling down on lies and gossip about another woman. Says the motherfucker who at this point in time was preparing for trial for the lies and high school games and shenanigans she played against Cardi B. It's just the irony of a motherfucker calling somebody else out on childishness and immaturity, who literally at this time had a $3.4 million judgment pending against them for defamation and slander and libel. It's just the unmitigated delusional gall for me.
Man hasn't had that much pussy. That's young boy behavior. So if you're displaying young boy behavior, and I know that you're better than that, as someone who cares about you, as someone who does stories like this all the time, why would I not warn you? And why would I not denounce the behavior just in case some shit do pop off and Keepy Studios is not connected to that shit? I don't know what you got going on in your everyday life. I don't see you every day. I don't talk to you every day.
Right.
Okay, so right. I don't know. But if I see behavior that's very questionable online, that's giving a very different impression from the Storm that I know, fuck yeah, I'm gonna say something. Did I ever tell you anything that was going to ruin your channel or ruin you as a person? Have I ever told you anything that has hurt you?
No, no. As far as my channel, no.
Have I ever told you anything that was going to hurt you personally? No. Have I ever told you anything that was going to hurt you personally, Storm? That was going to set you back in life?
Look, I'm gonna say no based on our previous conversation.
Let me say this. I do not believe that Tasha K tried to get. I believe that at the time because I only could go off of what I was seeing and witnessing and knew at the time. Now, after everything has played out 7 months fucking later, and I done seen the inside and the outside of everything and every motherfucking body, I do not believe that Tasha K, first of all, she lied. Von Ray never told her that Storm does coke. Ever. That's something that never happened. And when Von Ray got in her ass on my platform and confronted her ass head on, she pussy popped and backpedaled and stuttered and muttered and became a mumble fucking rapper in her fucking dialogue with his ass. And she couldn't produce no receipts. And ironically, she used the same tactic that she tried to use on Storm about, well, what if I told you I had a recording, Storm, of you calling me problematic and toxic? So when she started pussy popping in her confrontation with Von Ray, she said the same thing. Well, Von Ray, how would you feel if I had a recording of you saying that Storm does coke? Girl. You can't make this type of sucking play shit up. Just full of fucking shit. Tasha K, you wanted Storm. You wanted Von away for Storm for one reason and one reason only. And it's because your narcissism affords you to look at everybody around you, from your husband to Chelsea to Storm Monroe, as your actual intellectual property. See, narcissism doesn't recognize other people as actual humans, but as things, as possessions, as inanimate objects. And because in your mind, Storm belongs to you, he's yours. You own him. Von can no longer have him. You tried to snatch Storm ass away from Von because of your fucking ego, not because you gave any real fuck about Storm. Let's be very clear. This was an ego move. This was not a move on behalf of your love and a move on behalf of your heart. I thought it was at the time when I didn't know no better. Because I was naive and new to all of y'all and giving y'all all the opportunity to just be yourselves. Now that I done seen who the fuck you all are, I'm very clear, very informed, and very aware now of the context in which all these things happen and the context in which all these choices were made. You introduced Von to Storm because Storm was yours. And you felt like you were entitled to unintroduce Von Ray and Storm because Storm is yours. And in you believing that he was actually your property, this is why you could not understand why you were disrespecting this man's manhood and this man's character and this man's integrity. When you couldn't figure out why the fuck he felt so disrespected and how is it you came off as sunning him, that shit was in the blind spot of you. Because you didn't see him as a person. And you can't disrespect somebody who's not an actual person, right? That's why you don't believe you disrespected him. You did not have a right to tell Storm who the fuck he could be friends with. You did not have any fucking right, even as his mentor, to tell him to hit a quick left or to hit a quick right. Your role as a mentor is to make suggestions. You don't get to make no motherfucking demands. Okay? And because you got other sucking place ass niggas around you who need a master, you are falsely under the impression that everybody else is looking for an owner as well. There's a reason why you and Lovely T didn't work out. There's a reason why you and Wiley didn't work out. There's a reason why you and Larry ain't working out. You and CTV ain't working out. The list goes on and on and on and on, baby. You're not human. Therefore, you don't know how to conduct yourself civilly in your interpersonal relationships to other folk. You objectify yourself and you objectify other human beings. And this is why your ass always get washed and get motherfucking rinsed. Every fucking time. Washed and rinsed, rinsed and washed. So that delusional ass world that you live in, thank God, Storm found his way out of the fucking plantation and out of the motherfucking sunken place. And you do owe Storm and Von Ray a motherfucking apology. Because you lied on this man's motherfucking name. Lied on his name. And you lied on everybody else too. And bitch, I wasn't gonna let you sit out here and lie on me, baby. Because I don't play this type of bald-headed hoe ass games. I wear a luscious long weave, but I don't keep it just above the ears. That's your swag. If either one of you spastic ass niggas would have kept your fucking dick sucker closed and walked the fuck away after knowing that what people were accusing y'all of was true, we wouldn't be here today. But because y'all want to double down and actually classify yourselves as being lied on, you want to make spaghetti? Bitch, I'm going to put sauce on it. So what we going to ask you to do, boo, is to make it make motherfucking sense. What we're going to need you to do is to decide how is it that 7 months later, after this man confronted you to your motherfucking face, now you're calling him a liar. But you didn't call him a liar at the time. You didn't tell him that what he was saying at the time wasn't true. But 7 months later, when you're not in his face and you are safe and sound on your own platform, you get to spilling your tall tales. Make it make motherfucking sense. Because this is the thing about liars. See, when you just tell the truth is continual and it's fucking consistent. It don't change every other fucking day and every other month and every 3 quarters. There ain't no agenda in the truth but the truth. That's why the truth is forever is. But when you lying and you cartwheeling and you shucking and jiving and shoe shining and pussy popping, then you got to do all this trigonometry and all this motherfucking calculus and all of this dividing 3 and carrying the 1 and timing it by 2 and shit. You got to do all of that when you are a professional storyteller. And even doing this was giving you way too much. Because honestly, nobody even has to even go this hard to vindicate themselves against a documented liar. The gag is, you're the federally indicted, documented, pathological fucking liar. You're the one. You are a documented liar. And what's so sick and so sad about it, Miss KB, is that I was watching your Jessica Reed interview, which was amazing. It was amazing. Listening to this woman. And I'm seeing how you're going hard to get the video to go viral. And unfortunately, it's still stuck at 200,000 views for a platform that holds over 1 million subscribers. Clearly 1 million idle subscribers. You sat on that stand against Cardi B and doubled down on bringing fake stories and fake news and all of this shit for the sake of entertainment. At the time, I bet you didn't think how it would cost you other than what it was costing you. But I think the Jessica Reed interview is another prime example of how the way you've gone about constructing your fucking brand has hurt you. Because when it's time for you to do something important and something significant and something meaningful, now because of how you've destroyed your credibility, you have the majority of your own audience completely dis-fucking interested at a time that is significant. It's unfortunate that Jessica spent 3 hours talking to you on a platform that don't even fuck with its platform holder. When you out here on your bald-headed hoe shit, this is the type of shit you should think about to hold yourself accountable. Because there's going to come a point in time where Tasha K going to want to do something real important and nobody going to be fucking with you. There's going to be a time where you produce content that means something to you and nobody going to be here for it. Simply and solely and only because of who the fuck you is. And a motherfucker or rather eat they motherfucking toenails and slit they fucking throat and transition on to glory than to click over there on that motherfucking platform of yours and benefit you. A motherfucker wouldn't even give a fuck if Jesus was over there giving the New Testament, baby. They just gonna have to work their salvation out to the left rather than to the right. So you claim that motherfuckers lied and you didn't say this? Well, motherfucker, you got to make 7 months ago make sense. When the motherfucker who clocked you to your face caught you to the fucking carpet and put your motherfucking whole card. And you couldn't do nothing, baby, but stand in the book of life and deal. And you couldn't call this motherfucking man a liar because you would have had to call me a liar. But our conversation had just happened the hour prior to this live stream. That's what you got to go make sense. I tell you hoes, don't fucking play with me. Because I be minding my business. When y'all come Ashante scooting y'all asses over here fucking with me. Let well enough be well enough. And this ain't it either. Because if I got to come back for round 2, 3, and 4, bitch, it's going to get hotter. Hell's fire going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. I am willing to escalate the situation. And have the means and the resources and the facts and the receipts to do it with. You should have learned when your ass got chin checked on Chelsea's platform by me that I wasn't the T, boo. I'm not the T. You keep fighting with these girls you out here in the streets fighting with. Y'all all best to stay the fuck away from me because the shit gonna get worse than what it is. Now, I'ma drop the motherfucking link and let y'all come up here and sign off real quick and then we done. I don't believe that Von Ray did this. And I don't believe Von Ray did what they accused him of doing simply because of how both Chelsea and Tasha move. And before I drop the link, this is what the whole gag is. Because Tasha had just had this conversation with me about the same allegations an hour before we had went live here with Storm. But then 3 weeks later, see, because I don't cross-pollinate. I don't cross-pollinate. When me and Tasha have a conversation, I don't transfer that conversation to Chelsea. And when me and Chelsea have a conversation, I don't transfer that conversation back to Tasha. Whatever Tasha shared with me, she shared with me. Whatever the fuck Storm shared with me, whatever the fuck Chelsea shared with me. So Chelsea didn't know that Tasha had told me all her business already. So 3 weeks after this exchange here is when Chelsea called me one night going off because Von was getting on her nerve as he had been getting on her nerve for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and on end. And she ended up telling me the same fucking story about Von being disoriented. It was verbatim what Tasha had told me. Verbatim. Now, at the time, I didn't have a reason to believe that Chelsea would lie about something like this because I didn't know her prior to Christmas weekend of 2021. I didn't know her. I didn't know Tasha personally. We had interactions in passing. But now that I have seen how slithery the snakes are, totally get it. Now that I've seen how manipulative, how grossly manipulative these motherfuckers are, totally get it. Totally understand it now. And I'm glad that I do. Because now I know why I was called to be in this fucking situation. Now I know why I was called to be in it. Von Ray is not perfect, but Von Ray is innocent. Von Ray never told Tasha that Storm did coke. And I do not believe personally that Von Ray attempted to violate Chelsea. Let me tell you why I was really pissed that night that I had chin checked Tasha on her platform. And then my mentor followed up with the uppercuts. And we're going to get into that in another video too, baby. Because there's an agenda against my mentor as a result. As a result of that night. That all that shit went down between me, Tasha, Larry, and Chelsea. But the reason I was so frustrated with Chelsea is because I for the life of me, could not understand why Chelsea would be entertaining this 7-month-old drama, even with Storm doing the video. Because for 7 months now, every time this shit has came up on YouTube and on social media, Chelsea has ran to me crying, as she admitted on my platform, that I have cried and cried and cried on CTV's shoulder. I've divulged so much to CTV. she has played such the victim when this shit will resurface again and again. Oh my God, Conscious! I don't know why they still talking about me. Oh my God, Conscious! Oh my God, they just can't let it go. It ain't even that serious. This stuff is so old. And I'm just like, Chelsea, if this shit is that fucking dramatic and you are this pained and agonized and distraught over your name being in lights all over social media, Miss Mamas, then why do you do your part to feed into the drama? Why are you doing your part to feed into it? Why are you hosting a sit down with Tasha K to get into a response against Storm if you are so agonized and destroyed over all these narratives around you? Now I know why. Because Chelsea is addicted to the fucking drama. Chelsea is the author of confusion, and she's the sustainer of confusion. If confusion and drama and chaos was a business building, Chelsea would be the janitor that mops the floors and keep it drenched in drama and chaos and filth forevermore. And I'm not saying that what's going on Mouth TV, and I'm not saying that Chelsea is the only problem, because Vaughn is immature as fuck too. But Vaughn ain't guilty of violating her ass, and Vaughn ain't guilty of disparaging Storm to Tasha K. And before I drop this link, let me tell you this, Chelsea. My personal belief is that Von Ray did not assault you. I do believe that you caught Tasha in the middle of the night. I believe that Tasha genuinely believes you. Even though that don't absolve her or none of her bald-headed whole shit that followed either. But I do believe that Tasha believes you because Tasha is a victim herself. But let me tell you, sister girl, if you lied on Von Ray and you fucking know you lied on Von Ray, Chelsea Alana, you are going to bust hell wide the fuck open. You're going to bust hell wide open, baby. That karmic wrath that's cycling back around for your ass like you did for Tasha with that $3.4 million judgment that got her motherfucking life turned upside down. Oh, it's cycling, sugar mama. It's cycling. Now, you should have played it a bit more calculated than what you did, because you damn right. When you said on my platform and said on your own platform, baby, no, Tasha, me and we got to make this up to CTV, baby. We got to buy this bitch some new bundles or something, girl, because and you know why, baby. This ain't even half of it, girl. You know the shit you done sent me through email. You know the shit you done sent me through text. You know the shit that you wasn't supposed to send me that you done sent me, Miss Mamas. And I will turn you upside down on behalf of your boss. I will use either one of y'all's behavior to chin check both of y'all. Because, see, I ain't even want to come up here and do none of this. And I don't even want to do what I can do going forward. But y'all not gonna play on my motherfucking name. Ever. So in the words of Miss Flame Monroe, mother had ya, mother love ya, motherfuck ya. Now let me drop this link and let y'all come and sound off, and then we're done. And please make sure that you are thumbing up this motherfucking video. Mods, can y'all rotate the Miss StreamYard link? Please. And make it quick, you guys, because I'm not trying to be up here all night. We got a lot of things to get into, honey. So it's a lot of things we got to get into, girl. Okay, so if y'all hitting the link, hit the motherfucking link. Hit the motherfucking link. What's going on, baby mother? Thank you for the donation, sugar. What's going on?
Hey, no problem. You on fire tonight, as usual.
And y'all know, y'all know that I am the most diplomatic, loving, communal person out here on these streets. But I don't know why these people be playing with me.
I don't know why either. So I just wanted to say, like, I definitely seen majority of everything played out, and like especially from when you went on Chelsea's live and that whole thing with Tasha just started bucking at you, and I'm like, why is she getting all rah with him? And you held your composure really, really good. But then, I mean, when you left, everything just started just going downhill from there. And I'm just like, where the hell is CTV at with it? So I've been waiting on this live. But nonetheless, as far as like, I'm glad you explained things, like gave context to this, because ultimately I feel like everybody is wrong to a certain extent. But Chelsea and Vaughn, this is what happens when two toxic motherfuckers get together. I'm just saying, like, ultimately that's what it is. And I'm not even saying Tasha is totally innocent. I found you and Storm through her. So, I mean, I've been with her for a while, but this got me looking at her totally different. But Chelsea ass, I'm telling you, she is going to be the downfall of her. And Chelsea openly admits that she is all here for the drama. She likes the attention. She just craves it so much. And that's honestly like some serious fat girl insecurities that she has, that she's always talking about how big she was or whatever. And it's just like, it's really sad to see. And she is going to be the downfall of Tasha. I'm telling you.
There it is. I mean, she's self-proclaimed drama queen, so
she's self-proclaimed, right?
She's up the fuck shit. And Wiley has said on his show that Chelsea had tried to get in contact with him about a month or two ago and tried to get him to write a letter on behalf of the judge to get Von Ray locked up because she currently got a PTO out online.
Yes,
and luckily he didn't write a letter in defense of her because he wasn't even in the situation to be able to attest to what the fuck was and what's not going on between Chelks and Von Ray. So shout out to Wiley for having some damn sense.
Yeah, they really thought that they was gonna bully Wiley, and at first I wasn't really feeling him because I seen him, you know, I met him initially on the massacre, the holiday massacre, and how they was trying to get him there.
With all due respect to your sentimental shop owners,
I'm just me, Reese. You gotta turn the background noise down, boo.
Am I on?
I'm sorry.
Yes, you're on, boo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, love.
When they was trying to bully him with the whole camera situation and everything, like, you know, Wiley really does stand his ground when it comes to him. If he say he ain't gonna do it, he not gonna do it, and he really don't care what it is. But Chelsea just trying to even manipulating him, well, trying to anyways, but he's seen through that BS too, as far as her trying to reach out to him one minute, then the next minute she talking about him, talking about his eye, all that stuff. Like, it's just crazy. That girl irritates my soul. I mean, I don't understand why Tasha K let her go, but I understand that too, because Tasha knows that if her and Chelsea get into it, and Chelsea already admitted this, that she gonna be writing a book on her ass too.
Baby,
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. I believe that.
She already said that with her own mouth. I was like,
Yes.
this girl is a mess.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a hot mess. I want to speak to this question by Boutique and then get Anya and then everybody else in here. CT says, I know that you said you don't know if Chelsea's lying, but what does your intuition say? After everything that's played out, I believe that it was, baby, it was a scheme and a scam that Todd had brought back to us, honey. That's what it was. It ain't nothing about this given what they wanted to give. And it's interesting that somebody would take up a PTO based upon harassment and all of this, but you would think that this would be the appropriate, if the allegation was true, that it would be the perfect one to get Von Ray out of the apartment and to get Von Ray out of the building, because that allegation is way more hard-hitting than the harassment allegation that led to the conclusion of the PTO or the fulfillment of the PTO. So my question would be, if this had happened to you and then you are actively trying to get your oppressor and your abuser away from you, why would you use everything else but that particular allegation, unless you can't, because you can't legitimize that allegation. You can't substantiate that allegation. That's why you didn't use it when you went to file for your PTO. So no, my personal belief, based upon the way these people lie, based upon the way these people manipulate everything and everybody, the way that these people just come up with chaos and try to inflict drama and trauma into people's lives, Chelsea is not a credible human being, and neither, and we always knew Tasha wasn't. I personally was never pressed about my proximity to Tasha because me and Tasha were not friends. There was nothing for me to be pressed about. I knew what kind of person she was. I had no idea that I was going to have an opportunity to get brought in closer on these individuals, but there was no loss, and it only gave me a deeper insight personally to these people's fucking nature. So no, it's just unfortunate, and this is why you can't be the girl that cries wolf. You can't hide behind lies and drama, and then when unfortunately something does actually happen to you, you now don't even have the luxury of being believed because you have sacrificed your character and your integrity to be a salacious topic on fucking YouTube. You've sold your fucking soul for a click and a fucking view. So only Chelsea and Von actually know, but personally, I don't believe that this happened.
Yeah.
I also want to get Anya in the building. Welcome to the platform, Boo. Your thoughts?
Hey, Boo. How are you?
I'm great. I'm free.
How you are? Okay. So the last time this was a discussion, it drained me. Like, it really, really drained me. I believe Tasha and Chelsea and Von are very low, dark energy people. And, you know, it is what it is with Tasha. You know, it just is what it is. But Chelsea, this is a serious matter. Like, you can't. I'm praying to God. I believe she's lying as well, just based upon our interaction on the platform. But she don't even understand the power of the tongue. Like, you don't know by putting that energy out there what's to return to you. Like, that's nothing to play with. And it's real, like, it's really, really effed up. Like, not to say that, you know what I'm saying, Von is innocent in this situation at all, but that's like, she took it to a whole nother level, and I personally feel like the only person in the whole situation and equation that got, dealt the unfair hand is Storm. And it seems to me like they just thought that he was the easy target or something. And I'm glad that he's speaking up for himself and all of that. But
Storm's position in this, Storm absolutely, wholeheartedly, entirely was a casualty of war.
Right.
He was a total casualty of, and that's why he was so fucking mad, because they all put him in a fucked up ass predicament.
Mm-hmm.
But
they all put him in a fucked up ass predicament, and I think he did the best thing, which was moon the fuck. He just dropped everybody because it was so convoluted. He didn't want to discredit Chelsea at the time because, like me, he didn't know whether those claims were true or not. He also couldn't stand by Von Ray if those claims, in fact, were true and those things were going to be publicized. And Tada just said, but we would have never known about the allegation if not for Storm bringing it up. Did TK or Chelsea ever publicly make these claims? No, they didn't, which is why Tasha said what she said to Storm in the fallout, which is why are you talking about this when Chelsea should be? But the reason why Storm had to talk about it is because that was literally the whole centerpiece of the drama. That was the entire centerpiece. The entire centerpiece is that Tasha was trying to drive a wedge between Von Ray and Storm off this allegation, and then trying to use it to fearmonger against Storm by saying, hey, you better hope this don't come out however it's going to come out, because you tied up into a podcast with Von Ray, you good homeboys with Von Ray, and we living in the Me Too movement where women are going to be afforded more of the truth in these situations against men than the men are, and I would hate to have something happen to your brand. And she then tried to act like what happened to him was somehow connected to her brand because he's her mentor. So it was all psychological bullshit. But that's why Storm had to say it. It was no way for him to address what was going on between him and Tasha without talking about the allegation that put all this shit up and out into a big mess. Him leaving us out of it wouldn't have made it if he had left us. And see, because at the time, if you look at the stream, because the stream is still open, if you look at the stream, the allegation went over everybody's head. People were in the live chat with smiling emojis, just telling him, leave Tasha K alone, fuck Tasha, but nobody had really picked up on and heard what had just went on, because Tasha had deflected so quick by going back to the whole Von and Coke. People were more polarized by the Coke allegation at the time than they were about the RAPE situation alleged against Von.
No, wait a minute. See, one thing about Tasha K, she's very narcissistic, as we know that, and they're very charming and persuasive, and they appear to be very sincere. So when they're talking, you want to believe every word they say. See, what had happened was when she and Storm became, I'm gonna say, entangled in their mentorship, she thought, she used actually the underlying suspicion that Storm was actually gay. See, this is what she was looking for, because in her narcissism talk a lot. They want you to know, like, I'm down, I've been through that. So tell me something about you. See, their game is to gain more about you, because they want to appear, oh, I'm an open book. So that really is what she was using Storm for, was to question his sexuality, if he was gay or not. See, this is really what this is stemming from. So that whole setup with Von going to his house, see, that was all a play. And man, this shit is a book, okay? I'm gonna write it. Because she was looking for something and she couldn't find it. So that's why they were playing both parts, Von and Storm, to crack on each other so that they can get something to stick. And she didn't find anything. Storm didn't have anything. In my humble opinion, Storm didn't have anything to hide. She was looking for something on Storm to keep him indebted to her, like he owed her something so he can manipulate and control her. I mean, control him. That's really what she's doing and has tried to do, and it didn't work. So now they're having to make us some shit about Vaughn and cocaine. That is not even the deal. Who follows up behind a man that you felt that was no good and move into a whole nother man's house with a homeless man, and you and a homeless man in another man's house? That doesn't sound sane to me. So something is very wrong with those two ladies, and that's all.
Well, I definitely feel like I just don't understand. I mean, I know it's narcissism behavior, but I just would never understand when you're caught with your slip showing, pull it up and keep it pushing. I don't understand why continue to attack Storm, continue with the false narrative and the lies. Instead, just leave it alone. Like, I really don't understand that, because clearly we seen she didn't learn a damn thing with the court battle against her with Cardi B. She didn't learn anything. It's like you got burnt. You just like the kid that gets burnt and just keeps getting burnt over and over again. I don't understand Tasha's logic. And you made a great point about her subscribers. I had been telling people for a while, okay, she got however many followers and she's in 1 million, whatever. But how many views do she have? Like, oh, she haven't lost. She didn't lose anything. She's losing viewership. There are people that are subscribed that probably just won't even go back to the channel and unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? Just all done all together, not even worrying about unsubscribing to her.
They dead or in jail, exactly.
So it's, yes, the subscriber number, it does matter, but overall it's the view that matter. So it's everybody is saying, I've heard Larry say she's a great businesswoman and everything, but I just feel like maybe it's not her that's a great businesswoman. Maybe it's the husband that really is like great with the business and everything. And of course we know that he's like the cushion to help when she falls and all that. He catches the blows for her in a sense, but she just don't, to me, Conscious, she really, really seems completely fucking off her rocker. Like, I ain't never seen anybody like that. Only an idiot. I've never seen anyone with any complete logical common sense conduct themselves.
Oh, I'm sorry. And you know what I think too? I think Tasha met her match when it comes to manipulation with Chelsea, because I'm sorry, like the way that Chelsea can really pull on her heartstrings like that, because we already know that Chelsea is manipulative. We know them both, but they are like a match made in heaven. And they both, I feel like, are using each other or have used each other, whatever the case. But both of them going to end up being the cause of a bigger downfall than what we've already seen.
Child, that ain't it. Chelsea and them been slinging
Well,
and shit.
I want to invite the man. I want to invite the man of the hour. Yeah, hey Storm.
Hey, Conscious, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah, we can hear you.
And color, welcome to the platform.
I just want to say thank you, Conscious. Thank you so much for giving us context, because people act like they have forgot. I don't know, but anyway,
yeah.
Thank you for giving context. I really do appreciate that. Listen, I'm a lot of things. You ain't gotta like me. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. But I just want my name cleared. I have never touched a child. That's not who I am. And to me, for her to make those claims are just absolutely deplorable.
And she's gonna bust wide. And she's gonna bust hell wide open for it. She's gonna bust hell wide open.
She was just trying to hurt you, Storm, because hurt people, and the closest people to you are the ones that seems to be hurt the most. And she felt that you were close, and then when she saw that you were growing and you were doing things independently because you saw how she was moving, that was her objection. That was her problem with you. We know those things weren't true about you, Storm. I mean, at least in my spirit, I don't feel that about you.
She's a federally documented liar. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also very deplorable that both of these women have now a pattern of weaponizing these type of allegations against people just for the sake of a clapback, which is
they're both weird.
Which is literally foul and malicious and just downright fucking evil. And she also didn't take into question how shitty she looked as a person, because if you claim to be the woman of all women and the mother of all women, but you allowed someone who you allege you had these weird feelings about around your children and still incorporated into your business, that actually speaks more volumes about her than it does Storm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because now we got to question your motherfucking motherhood as a result. Because what type of mother who genuinely feels that way allows a man who she feels that way about? We know that she doesn't. We know that it was just a petty, superficialized clapback to Storm because Tasha just ain't got no way else to go with it, but to just go low to the low with it. But she brought her own mother into question, even if we were going to, on any level, take her seriously or not. So it's just like they keep digging a hole deeper for themselves, thinking that it's other people who want to fall in them. And as for Larry Reed, I'm going to just say this. It's something I got to report on, and I might come back tonight and fucking report on it. But,
shit.
Let's just say,
Lord.
Let's just say, I don't think that that's a relationship that y'all gonna see any more of in the future. I'm just gonna make a prophetic prediction here and just say, the weather forecasting for me is all y'all who've been telling Larry to be careful, I think Larry
and let me just say two more things before I get out, because I do have to go to bed. Number one, she knew from the very beginning that since my fan base is, black women, and largely it was, her fan base too. She knew that it was a certain way I had to treat her. Otherwise, it would come off as disrespectful and ruin my relationship with my subs. So she knew that. So that's why she knows it's only so far I'm going to take it with her for that reason. She knows that. Versus somebody else who don't give a damn. Conscious will drag you. He don't give a damn. But she knows I'm only going to go so far. Number one. And number two, she never wanted to work with me, and that's totally cool. She just need to admit that. All of this basically, I was brought down here to prove to YouTube that she's a good person.
What? Wait a minute. What the hell? Wait.
Wow.
Scratch that shit. Sorry. Scratch that shit. Not sorry.
Wow.
And when I think back and how everything played out and how she hit me up in the middle of the night on IG, pregnant and all. If y'all remember back when she was pregnant, she was going at it with a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
She had several.
She was outside. Yes, God.
Yeah, she had several fallouts with people, right? It was other people she was going to mentor before me, if y'all remember.
Yeah.
And so her purpose of bringing me here was to prove, see, I ain't the problem. Look what I did for him. She thought I was motherfucking homeless and not a goddamn homeless shelter, but bitch, I might have been a little down, but I was never motherfucking out, bitch.
See, that's the point. She thought that
exactly.
That's what she thought.
You needed her so much that you didn't have, and when she saw that you want that person, Storm, that is the very reason why she said, shit, I fucked up. He ain't the one."
Yeah, that's why she got pissed off with you, Storm, because really she thought you was a lame, and then when you showed her, no, bitch,
exactly,
I'm not a lame. You cannot control me. As soon as you showed her that and you stood 10 toes down and did not deflect on anything, that's when she started flipping the script. Hey, everybody.
I also believe because a narcissist's nature is also competitive because their egos are super fragile. I also believe that this is why Tasha K, I don't know if you ever recognized it at the time, Storm, but why she began to get very competitive with you, even though you were her mentee, because the Jaguar Wright had popped all the way off. I was out here having these streets on fire. Tasha K followed up behind you and tried to interview Jag and discredit her. And I thought that was a real weird move because you was out here winning with Jaguar Wright. So why would she then come behind you with a woman who you're breaking stories with about the industry, and then try to make Jaguar appear crazy and psycho and discredit her, because clearly that would have impacted the shit that Jaguar was bringing to your platform. And she did the same thing with Pharaoh. After you interviewed young Pharaoh, she doubled back around and did an interview with his ass and tried to discredit him and make him look like a cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. So I don't know if you ever clocked all of that.
Oh
but
yeah, go back further than that.
Every time she would see you have a spike and she would see you ascend, she would double back around to try to discredit people that was blowing up your platform.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta remember, y'all gotta go back further than that. I clocked that when we first started doing those podcasts. It was never really a real thing anyway. I clocked that in our first little episode where she wouldn't let me speak, and then when I would say something, how you know that? As if I'm some dumb ignorant fuck. Like, because last time I checked, I graduated high school. And,
Tasha K,
would get upset. No, and she was getting frustrated because I said big words that she didn't understand it.
Exactly.
So I clocked that back then, because even Jasmine told her back then, why you talking to that man like that's your child? But you know, I had to make it work. Long story short, she took me for a joke from the beginning. I've been underestimating my whole life, which is how I keep fucking winning, because people don't even see me come. Right. Still be trying to figure it out.
That's
it.
But you played chess. Yeah, you played chess very well. It's funny.
Well, that's why I didn't understand why a lot of people was criticizing you when you had made the statement that you were using Tasha, because just like you said a few moments ago, we all knew that she was using you to get back at another YouTuber. So I'm just like, it was a mutual usury. Like, you just using me in a different way that I'm using you, but we're using each other. So nobody is the victim in this situation. We both are benefiting from why we are interlocking with each other.
So that's what it was. But good night, y'all. I appreciate it.
Good night, Storm.
Thank you for being
Have a good night.
Have a good night, sir.
You too.
All right, guys, that was Storm. We're gonna close out because I don't want this video to be hella long, you guys. And I'm kind of in the mood to come back and report on this other shiesty ass shit.
Yeah.
That's going on, honey. So while I'm in the spirit, while the Holy Spirit got me in the spirit of giving tonight, I just want to give my little heart away to everybody. But do you all have any other lasting words you guys want to say on the issue?
I just want to say one quick thing. Mr. CTV, you are my Scorpio brother, because we both Scorpios, right? Yes, October 29th. And I just want to say, I always felt and knew that you were a person of discernment. Because let me tell you why. Scorpios, and I read this, we are one of the most intelligent zodiac signs. And I'm not trying to throw no shade, but it's the truth. We know when someone is full of shit. We know when you're lying. We may not say anything, because depending on the person and depending on the situation, we try to give everybody the benefit of doubt, but we
and that's only our job as lovers. My job ain't to make you wrong. My job is to give you the opportunity to decide your own fate.
Yes, and that's how we are. And we will allow you to hang yourself. But here's the thing. Do not try to play us, because once you try to play us, it's not about us being spiteful, but we will put our spiritual galactic foot off in your ass, and you will not like it.
How many Scorpios will go to the left? I don't want to pick y'all.
But I'm glad you came out and you spoke about it. And all the ladies on the panel and everybody that spoke up and knew that the whole situation was fishy. I just want to say this really quick, then I'm going to mute or get off. I saw so many content creators in the Black sector drag CTV, drag Storm, and even drag Wiley, and saying that they were lying. And I told one of these ladies, I told her in her comment section, you need to shut the fuck up. Haven't you learned your lesson? Haven't you learned your lesson about sticking your nose where it does not belong, and you sitting up here taking up for a group of people that you know nothing about, and you're dragging the ones that's actually telling the truth. I always knew that the truth was here. And I'm gonna stand 10 toes down in it because this is more than YouTube. This stuff happens in real life, y'all. People lie on you and they try to get away with it because they think they have the upper hand. Okay, I'm gone.
But you know what?
Amen.
It could be like new people, like, you know, that want to come on and they want to, you know, connect and collab with other established.
It's people who got these struggle channels on my CC and they got to get these numbers up. So, you know, we be feeding the kids. It's okay. Feast, baby, feast. Yeah, I don't take it personal. I mean, get your numbers up. Do what you got to do. Boo. It's all business as far as I'm concerned, honey. Right. So whatever they got to do, however they got to spin it, however they got to run with it. Look, I pay these pictures. I pay these people no, never mind. I pay these people no nothing. I don't even watch other content creators. Right. So when I get the word from my supporters that, you know, it's stuff going on out there in them streets, that's about the extent of what I'm aware of. So and then when on vacation, I was like, I think I'm gonna let them feast a little bit longer because, you know, like I want them to get all they can get out of it. Get every click and every view you can get up out of it before I put this thing out and put a period on it. And
Conscious, I just want to say I am so glad I found your channel. Definitely, I definitely, like, at first I was like, who is this guy? But then as I started to listen to you, I was like, oh yeah, he is the truth. But I'm gonna just say this shit is better than reality TV. I mean, I'm telling you, I be on YouTube like nothing. I don't even care about TV for real no more. I'm gonna get my YouTube in and just all this. I mean,
we have definitely been told that we are the reasons why a lot of folks don't even have a cable no more. They ain't even got HBO no more, baby. Because it's all right on these streets.
I just want CTV to slay my edges and show me how to put some makeup on right because
I got some tutorials coming for y'all. I have not forgotten about the post.
Thank you
for the hair content, so I got y'all.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Right. But when it comes to Tasha, though, I mean, I know she in the bushes. I'm just gonna say, like, for real, it's really disheartening.
And before you say that, boo, shout out to Tasha K because the night that we fell out, I mean, I can go on record and say that, I mean, y'all saw it loud, live, and in color when I had went live for the last time that night. And that video titled, "This is why Larry Reed will survive." Tasha was literally calling me live that night. I kept sending her to voicemail and texting her the StreamYard link because I'm just like, no, y'all popped all that pussy in public and y'all gonna unpop that pussy in public as well. You're not gonna do all that and then try to privately clean the bullshit up. But they didn't want to address me publicly because they didn't know which way I was going to go with it. And shout out to Von Ray in the comment section. He says, I wish I could talk and defend myself. You don't even got to, Von Ray. We just did it for you, boo. We just did it for
you. Ray.
Hello, sir.
You know, nobody believes that you attempted to do that to old girl because she has proven herself to be a liar and a drama queen. So she did that to her own narrative. She did that to her own character. And that's why sometimes you just got to let people sit back and play themselves. If you just let a motherfucker run them out long enough and you let them pussy pop long enough, they'll pussy pop themselves right behind them prison gates. You just got to let people just do it. You just got to hold back a little bit, let shit play out, pray to the creator, and just let people get their pussy popping on because people will pussy pop right into your vindication. So, Vaughn Ray, and much love to you and shout out to you. I don't know if y'all know, but Vaughn is engaged.
Congratulations.
Married, honey, off the market, honey. Okay, he's gonna be he gonna be putting that good meat to good use, baby. Okay.
Well, you all know that Chelsea wasn't Don Ray's type.
Wife real good,
too. That's why
be faithful.
Jilted damn lover. That's all it was. She was jilted.
Chelsea punching the air right now.
That's what it was. She was just pissed off because he didn't want her. That's what it was. But she put his life in danger. She don't know how much problems she could have caused this man, and this stuff really happens, you know. And so many people are gonna say, "Oh, y'all being mammies. Your mama's a mammy." It's the truth. We're speaking the truth.
Jesus, my God.
Yeah, but no, I just wanted to say, it is disheartening to see somebody at the stature of Tasha K, as far as like, she could have really went far, but shit like this, it just it just can turn everything upside down.
I
So,
ain't
but
gonna
to see
lie.
somebody like,
I was rooting for that bitch though to win
I
against
was,
Cardi
I
B
really
though. I ain't
was.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
I ain't
we
gonna lie
all
about
I
that.
were.
mean, she's
I was
smart.
rooting.
She's very knowledgeable when it comes to this, and she's very persistent. When it came to this, she's been in the game for a minute, and just to let some BS like this, you getting all wrapped up and caught up in your employees' situations. This is the type of shit that can happen. Like all this shit could have been avoided if you would have just mind your business and kept it professional. But
You know what? Wasn't it revealed that Chelsea's mother worked at that hospital when she revealed about who was that, Kevin Hunter's girlfriend mistress having a baby on her? Wasn't that a breach of HIPAA and that girl's mama working at there on the
I
border?
don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I don't want to get into all that. I don't know, but
Well,
y'all
that's what
know.
I had heard allegedly. So, fair use, whatever, copyright, fair
I
use.
don't know.
Yes, it is a lot. It's a lot of controversy around Chelsea for sure. A lot of controversy, and from the things I've been hearing, she better get her lawyer money up because it's some things going on. It's some things going on. It's some her pussy popping.
But we here for it, CTV. We here for that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down to TV because I want to definitely go back tonight. Come back tonight.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. I'm out.
All right,
Thank
you guys.
so much,
I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for being up here. Monroe also says that thank you to everyone. Subscribe to my channel to see my engagement video tomorrow. So you guys make sure to subscribe to Monroe YouTube channel. Make sure you follow Monroe over on Instagram as well, where he got my black ass blocked at. Okay. Make sure you follow him over there. Yeah, I hope that this clears everything up. And once again, it would have been water under the bridge had people just walked away from what they knew to be the truth. But because people wanted to get out here and say that they didn't say certain things and they did not allege certain things, we had to pull out phase 1 of vindication, baby. This is just phase 1, honey. Because I know how deep shit can run. So I made sure to have all of my order in order. Okay. So there's more where this come from. And I'm on ready. I'm on motherfucking ready. Okay. So speedy recovery, Monroe. Shout out to you and your fiance. Wishing you guys much love and success. I'm going to get my situation situated, you guys, for this next live. Are y'all in the mood for another live? Because it's already 12 midnight. You unblocked tonight. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Good. If you're new here, you all subscribe and all of that good jazz, baby. I love y'all. And y'all can check out all these old videos. Everything is really there. Vaughn confronting Tasha K about the coke rumors and Tasha K pussy popping, stuttering and shit. And she put the same bald-headed hoe tactics on Vaughn that she did on Storm when she could not tell Storm that he was lying. So she said, well, how would you feel if I had you on video saying that I'm toxic? And then when Vaughn confronted her ass on my platform, she pussy popped the same way and she couldn't call him a liar. So she said, well, how would you feel, Vaughn, if I had you on camera on recording alleging that Storm did coke? Never produced none of them audios. None of them, girl. Just be pussy popping, girl. Pussy popping. So, subscribe. Make sure you guys have your notification bell set to all. I'm going to be returning in a few moments, girl. Just give me a few moments to get it together, girl, because I know creating streams and shit is so extra. But we're going to be right back, girl, to get into more things. I'll check you guys later. Peace.